very historic evening. Thanks, you guys.
Good.
That was supposed to be funny, but that's fine. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's all I needed. I needed one laugh today, and then I can completely crash and burn. Not a problem for me. Totally okay. If I'm a little bit quiet, ask me to speak up. If I'm a little bit loud, tell me to shut the fuck up. All okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Thanks, man. I met him this evening. I'm enjoying myself right now. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year. Yeah, exactly. You already did all the good stuff before, man. I didn't want to answer, but I had a very quiet Christmas. It was my first Christmas since my big breakup last year. 6 years ended. Woo! Oh, come on, guys. Yeah! Yeah, it was pretty quiet, if I'm honest. I spent time with my dog. Enjoyable. I wasn't depressed at all until I saw my ex-girlfriend's stories, and then I was kind of a little bit sad because we used to go up to the mountains, go skiing, eat a lot of food, and I miss the mountains, I miss the snow, I miss the food, but I don't miss spending 2 weeks with her family, so I'm very happy to be alone and stoned with my dog at the moment, so amazing, guys. What was the next thing I was going to talk about? 1 second. Christmas alone. Oh yeah, good news. Oh, the best news. I'm so happy right now. This morning, I found out that my inflamed hemorrhoid is no longer inflamed. Yes! I don't know who's had a hemorrhoid that's inflamed before, but fuck, that shit is annoying. Like, super bad. I did a little bit of research and I tried to find a way to do it holistically, but that didn't work. So I went and talked to my doctor. It was during an STD check, but I went and talked to her anyway about my asshole. And she said the best thing to do is to run yourself a nice warm bath and then try to relax your anus. And I thought, whoa, doc, hold on a second. I'm happy to relax my anus whenever I need to, but a bath is a little bit much for me. Plus, the last time I had a bath, I chemically burned my ball sack, so that's a little bit of a touchy subject. I don't know if anyone's ever used a bath bomb and shoved it in a special place, but don't. The effervescence is good for a couple of minutes, but the scarring, not good at all. It's absolutely terrible. Hold on. Where am I? Chemically burned balls. Okay, so I've talked about my asshole. I've talked about my balls. I'll skip my itchy dick for the time being. No. It's no longer itchy. Yes. I didn't write anything about this, but the time I got an STD was after I ended a long relationship. But it wasn't a fun STD. It wasn't like gonorrhea or chlamydia or something. It was just thrush. I got a fungal infection. So I had to ask my doctor about that, so I had to rub something there, but that's a different story. I was well practiced doing that. So, pornography, yeah, that's the last one. Kids today have it so easy. Oh my god, like there's a lot of porn out there, and yes, it's a problem, but because of the bell curve, their chances of seeing normal porn is much higher for their first time, right? We're talking like, American, good production quality, actors, pretty straightforward. Or gay forward, if that's what you're into, that's all fine with me. But for me, I was in the UK when I first saw porn, and a friend of mine found a videotape in a bush, which is the worst place to find porn in the UK. It was British. The people were very pale, the production quality was horrible. And it was like watching two ghosts fuck, which normally that would be quite enjoyable to see, but this time not. And the worst thing about it was the title of it. It was called Steamy Windows. Yeah. Now the problem is I had to drive here this evening, and because of the inclement weather outside, I get in the car, and what do the windows do? And what do the windows do? They steam up, they fog up. So then I'm reminded, every single time I get into a fucking foggy car, about the first time I saw porn. So yes, amazing. How am I on time?
Almost there.
Almost there, perfect. Then the last thing, the most important thing, is I was watching porn the other day, and this one's fine. It was, I saw a thumbnail where there were two people having sex on a jet ski, and I was like, I gotta have a look at this. I gotta see what's happening. It's as you imagine. It's two people on a jet ski. Pretty good, if I'm honest. The man's at the back, the woman's at the front, because logistics, that makes the most sense. But I'm a little bit of a stickler for details. Like if there's a clock on the wall, I like to see what the time is. You know, they're doing it at 2 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, is it morning or evening? And yeah, the thing that I noticed was that as they're driving along whilst they're doing it, that the coastline comes around and then there's a bit of water. And then there's more coastline again. And I realized this chick doesn't know where the fuck she's going. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's why women can't fucking drive. Anyone got that? Yeah, a few people got that. Fuck and drive, not fucking drive. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for fucking my vagina.